Welcome to another episode of Danganronpa. Season 1 is now in session. Are y'all bent for this content?
Serving y'all thrills, chills, and spills across Danganronpa Nation.
Episode 2 starts right now.
Ready for a recap? Let's get into it.
Last episode on Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, 15 of the most elite, dramatic, and self-absorbed specialists in the country are moving into one school. And baby, the door is locked. First to arrive is Makoto, a total basic who won a lottery ticket just to get into the house. But the second he steps through the door, the drama hits him so hard he passes out. When he wakes up, the house is packed with egos bigger than the mansion itself. Entering the headmaster of hype, the ultimate instigator, Monokuma. And he's dropping a bombshell that changes the whole damn game.
You'll be guests of our program the rest of your lives.
Oh no! A permanent lockdown? And the only way out is a buy account? You know the bad girls aren't taking that thing down.
My payoff is your despair.
Hero's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, that's wrong!
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
I'm sorry, my girl, but that's kind of creepy.
Yay! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack. The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong. I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like...
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Even me, shut the f up. Oh my god.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Tell him what? You're an old skinny McPunk ass?
My God! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
Why you gotta call her out like that? You gotta call my sis out like that?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Say I'm complicated.
Why is he even here? I'm sorry. Why is he even here? I obviously didn't know how to play this game, so we're gonna move on to the next one.
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Bitch, what do you mean strange? You look strange. How about that?
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of...
Call 1-800-SLAP that bitch. Taka, you that one.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
And I didn't, so what's up?
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Well, he's the one who told us all your information, so.
What?
You promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Yum, yum, yum. Eat that bitch up.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Bitch, you know that's a lie.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person?
Quit playing with me, ho.
You don't mean